The girl and her husband came home from work that day. Her husband suddenly received a call and the girl asked who it was. When he saw it was his grandpa calling, the man didn't dare to answer, because grandpa and grandma had quarreled a few days ago. Finally the man picked up the phone and turned the volume up to the maximum on purpose. He asked grandpa if he was calling to ask about grandma. Grandpa said she wasn't worth his concern. Grandma heard it beside him and said she was doing well here. The two quarreled on the phone like this. In the end grandma hung up the phone forcefully. The man could only look at his wife helplessly. Later the girl worried if grandpa and grandma would get divorced from quarreling like this, but her husband said grandpa couldn't live without grandma. He also comforted the girl that she would find out in a couple of days. Then the girl stood up and sat on her husband's lap directly, and asked him what they would do if they quarreled in the future. Her husband said quarreling would hurt their relationship. They would communicate in time if there were any problems. The girl asked what if she refused to communicate with him. Her husband didn't say anything and kissed her directly, but Tom Cat was beside them and the girl told it not to peek. The next day grandpa came to the girl's house, but grandma closed the door directly, and told the girl there was a beggar and she had chased him away. Grandpa had to shout outside for the girl to open the door quickly. The girl opened the door at once. Grandpa rushed into the room and asked grandma why she closed the door. Then the two started quarreling again. The girl was in a hurry beside them and didn't know what to do. She had to persuade them to calm down. Finally grandpa saw Tom Cat beside him. He happily wanted to feed Tom Cat, but grandma didn't allow him to do that. The two quarreled again because of Tom Cat. Caught in the middle, the girl had to ask her husband for help. She compared the quarrel to a war between two countries. Grandma accused grandpa of forcing their grandson to work in the cardiac surgery department of the hospital back then, but their grandson really wanted to work in the pediatric department. Fortunately her husband came home in the end. Grandpa said he just wanted his grandson to become an excellent cardiac surgeon. Finally the man stopped the war and sent grandpa back home. Before leaving grandpa asked him if he resented him for not letting him work in the pediatric department, but the man just told him to go home and rest early. When he got home he saw his wife had fallen asleep. He went forward and touched his wife gently but she woke up. His wife asked him why he had always wanted to work in the pediatric department. The man thought of a little girl he met at work. The little girl hoped he could become an excellent pediatrician, so that he could help more children who were sick like her. Finally the man agreed to her and made a promise with her, but when he watched the little girl leave, he made up his mind to become an excellent pediatrician, but grandpa firmly refused to let him do that. That's why grandpa and grandma quarreled today. Later the girl